You're getting rid of all of your shit? Are you out of your fucking mind? Been a shitty fucking week. So this is kind of like a new direction I'm taking with my life that I'm going to share on this channel in addition to my diet and health advice. I figure why just stop at health, and at the same time it's related because cortisol is the stress hormone that we have very little control over. I'm sure you've read the title, Minimalism and Downsizing and that kind of thing can greatly reduce your stress. Sounds like it might be healthy and shit. I'm going to start kind of from the beginning. Sugar Walls, and I've had good times and bad times. It's been a rocky relationship at times, but for the most part, I was in love with her. I set up a lot of my personal goals to improve myself to function better in the relationship. Some examples of goals I set is I wanted to be able to come completely off the road. And I did make an attempt at the beginning by being a full-time photographer, but that wasn't sustainable. I was broke, and I'm not the type of person that enjoys being broke, and I definitely don't want to depend on anybody. And although I was able to pay my own bills and do all of that by just doing photography and YouTube, at that point, I really wasn't contributing much to the household expenses. I mean, granted, she was already established and had an apartment, but I wasn't paying part of the rent. I wanted to, I just didn't have the money. I wasn't paying part of the rent, and I wasn't paying utilities or any of that. I was paying for pretty much my own food, my own personal bills. And that became obviously a sticking point after a while, in which I said, all right, back in the truck, and then I could contribute. Of course, getting back in the truck means not being home. And this is a conundrum many truck drivers struggle with, and it's why there's hiring bonuses and driver shortages out throughout the fucking industry. It's because people they want to be home. They don't want to be out here all the fucking time. Unless you do, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm the kind of person, when I have a reason to go home, I want to fucking go home, all right? And she was my reason to go home. I wanted to be home so that we could have a normal fucking life. Whatever, the American fucking dream, with the house, or not even a big house, a little house, and, we had a fucking cat. We were building a life together, or so I thought. For the past, since New Year's, actually longer than that, since late October, I think it was, I realized my drinking had become an issue in the relationship. I was getting fucked up a little too often, and I was being an asshole when I was drunk. And I didn't like being like that, and, I didn't want that to affect the relationship. It's one thing, back in the single days when I could do that and really didn't affect anybody. I woke up with my hangover and my fucking fatty liver and just called it a fucking day. But I wanted to change that about myself. And this was all in the expectation of building a life with her, a better life than her being home doing her job and me being out on the road doing my job, and then we get to see each other and fuck every now and then. That's not a life. It's not a good relationship. It's not a good formula for success. So I don't really blame her. You know, I'm a little upset and sad because I do love her, but I don't blame her really. She actually went about this the complete right way, and it's rare nowadays. You know, most women will cheat on you. You know, they'll fucking, that's how, in fact, that's how most relationships I've been in have ended, or I ended it the proper way, depending on the relationship and what was going on. The other thing is what she did to me, I had done in my past in relationships when I wasn't happy. So, bottom line, Sugar Walls wasn't happy. And she went on, and this is the part that I didn't like, I don't appreciate. You know, I would have appreciated honesty on the spot. If you're not happy on the spot, tell me. But for one reason or another, she had been planning for a couple weeks to break up with me. And meanwhile, I would go home, you know, and on the weekends we get to see each other, and, you know, I rent her house up in Syracuse. She comes to the house when she's done with her work week. And then she goes back to, she has a small apartment somewhere else. And, you know, that was our relationship. She'd come up, we'd see each other the weekends. She goes back to her job, I go back to my job. I rent her house since I've been in the truck. And that has been the paradigm. And this house is not small. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, full-sized, to me, huge. And it was pretty much just me in this house. And I was starting to fill it. You know, when you have a big open fucking space, you end up wanting to put shit in there. So I'm mentioning that because of what I've decided to do in response to a complete shift of what's going on in my life. So she comes to me Saturday night after she got drunk. I still haven't broke my sobriety. It's been, you know, I haven't had a drink since New Year's Eve. And I gotta admit, it's a struggle right now, and it remains to be seen if I will continue that trend. We'll see. I don't know yet, because I have some rough moments with this whole thing. I mean, I really was trying to settle and build a life, but it's not gonna fucking happen. So I need to unfuck myself. That's what I need to do. I am fucked right now, and I need to unfuck myself. Now, she didn't just like say, I'm gonna break up with you, get out of my house, or anything like that. She just said she's breaking up with me. I can continue to rent her house from her if I so desire. And I don't, because then you get in that fucking gray area where, you know, you see each other, because she would still come and use the house. Obviously, it's her house. And, you know, then we're roommates, and no, I don't do that. You know, when I break a relationship, or when a relationship dumps me, I tend to want to get the fuck out of Dodge. I don't want to be there and relive the pain over and over again and go through all of the mental, you know, what ifs that happen when you're still around somebody that you're into who isn't into you. You know, I don't do the friend zone very well. Once you leave the friend zone and you go into fucking romance zone, not fuck zone, that's a whole other zone. But when you go into fucking romance zone, you don't want to go back to being just friends. It's not, you know, some people, I guess, are emotionally fucked up enough to do that. Not me. Once my fucking heart's in it, I can't go to being just friends. We can be friendly, but we ain't gonna be fucking hanging out or going to dinner or doing, no. We're gonna live together, and we ain't gonna hardly see each other. We might see each other in mutual friend settings, and we'll be civil and we'll smile, but I don't do the whole, so needless to say, I couldn't keep renting her house from her. So I'm looking around, my heart's fucking ripped out. I'm, bouncing between numb and fucking depressed, and I still do almost nightly. I haven't been sleeping very well, but who needs that anyway? Not like that fucking hurts our health any. I'm looking around and I see I have all of this shit. So my prospects, my choices are go and find a new apartment. It's expensive. One bedroom in my area is $600, $500 if you live in a questionable area. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to know that when I'm out on the road, my shit isn't getting stolen, or there's not dead bodies or fires or all the other crap that happens in Syracuse. I don't want to live in the hardcore crime areas. So that area you can live in $400 to $500. I mean, we're talking $400 probably gets you like the studio apartment next to the crack den or something of that nature. I'm not looking to do that. That would obviously be cheaper than the rent I'm paying now, but then you add in utilities and no. To live in roughly the same neighborhood or same low crime area I was living in her house, to where, I was fairly comfortable when I was gone away from things. You could probably pay about $700 a month to $800 a month for like either a one bedroom or a studio. I've seen studios that expensive. So fuck that. Not gonna pay that much when I'm never fucking there, because I'm always in this goddamn thing. I'm always in this truck. So why in the fuck would I rent an apartment that takes that huge ass chunk of my fucking paycheck and I'm never fucking there? And then when I am there, I'm usually so busy that I'm still not there, and I pretty much just sleep and jerk off in there, and I don't want to fucking be in there. So there's the other two options are live with mom. No. Or get a roommate. No, not really, because then you get into this whole infighting that can happen. I mean, if I had a really good friend and I knew that we get along all the time and our personalities wouldn't clash or our lifestyles wouldn't clash, then yeah, I could see doing the roommate thing, but no, I kind of want my own privacy and space. If I'm not in a relationship, I need my own space. Turns out I'm in my space right now. Belongs to the company I work for, but for all intensive purposes, while I work for them, this is my space. So I'm looking around. All of those options are going through my fucking head. And I'm thinking, I got a lot of shit. And half of this shit I don't use. Some of it I would like to use, but never have time to use. As I've been researching intermittent fasting and ketogenic diet and health, I would occasionally stumble across two different kinds of videos. One would be minimalist, the other being tiny houses, and I expressed a little bit of interest because I want to go camping a lot. This is a goal for me, is to do more camping and more learning some survival skills to go with that, and basically being more outdoorsy and shit. Because I'm a photographer, so I obviously want to go on hikes and take pictures of pretty nature shit. So I've been kind of dabbling and looking into RVs and that kind of thing, I came across this minimalist movement. Now, what this basically is downsizing your life and only having the possessions that you absolutely bring you joy and that you use all the time, and it's everything, clothing, all of that. And I'm gonna get into that as to what my plan is in that arena, but it's suffice to say it is getting rid of all the excess bullshit you weigh yourself down with, and thereby gaining freedom to do other things. If you downsize your life far enough, then you don't have to make as much money to survive or thrive. You know, can have nicer things since you don't have as many things. You don't spend money frivolously. You buy things that you really want and that you are going to fucking use, and you get rid of the rest completely. And I want to start doing a video series where I talk about that process for me as a truck driver. Now, I'm not exactly new to this idea. I did about a it was more like a 7-year stint, which really wasn't minimalist, because I rented a storage unit, I threw all my shit into storage, and I lived in this fucking box over the road. I would stay at hotels every now and then to break it up a little. I would crash on my parents' fucking couch, or at the time it was a futon. It was uncomfortable as fuck. So I'd get around, I'd travel, I did things, and, you know, around the country, but I wasn't really minimalist. I still was holding on to a whole lot of material possessions that I essentially probably spent in the neighborhood of $4,000 or $5,000 when it was all said and done storing. And I don't even know if I even have all of this shit. I think when I left that storage unit, I left a great deal of shit in there. Of course, rats had chewed through cardboard boxes. There's a pro tip. If you're going to use a storage bin, don't fucking put it in cardboard boxes. Use the plastic containers. But, you know, so I had some stuff that I lost to damage. And, you know, I had moved a couple times since. I've moved down to Binghamton. I've moved back to Syracuse. And I carted all of this crap with me. You know, it got a little smaller here and there because I'm the kind of guy that doesn't get overly emotionally attached to material things. I like my new tech, and tech gets outdated quick. So I generally... You know, I'm not a big clothing guy. I mean, you see me in these fucking videos. I am not a fucking fashion guy, you know. I got some nice shirts, some fucking t-shirts, and, you know, so on and so forth. So I don't get that attached to a lot of things. So I'm thinking it's time. You know, I'm not looking to get in any more relationships. I'm 41 years old. I've been in the relationship treadmill all of that time. My relationships last anywhere from 1 to 5 years, and each one seems to end in disaster in one way or another, be it cheating, be it just fighting a lot, or me just becoming unhappy for various reasons without pissing off any of my exes that may be watching this. And in this particular case, she got sick of me, apparently. You know, it's clear I'm not fucking relationship material. I'm not, and I need to accept that and remove being in a relationship as a fucking life goal for me. I think I'm done with that. You know, I've had my fill. It's time for me. I've done my time. I've tried to work in relationships and failed. It's time for my shit. So I want to move forward with my life, taking care of myself and my desires. and living for what I want out of life. Because what else is there now? I don't have someone to go home to. You know, I got friends, and that's good. You know, that'll fulfill my social needs. I don't think I need any more than that. I think I'm done with the romance. You know, sex will probably pop up here and there. I don't know. You know, look at me. I'm old. Relationships, I think I'm done with them. I don't think I work in relationships anymore. So I'm crossing that off my list, and I'm replacing it with myself. I want to do things for myself, you know, hang with friends more, do my hobbies more, which I've been neglecting. You know, I've been struggling to try and build this YouTube channel, to build a photography business, so that I could come off the road and get a part-time job and supplement the income for those, so that I'm still self-sufficient but home more. But now that all of that is gone, I mean, I was planning on taking the whole fucking summer off. I was going to save money, quit this fucked up job, take the summer off, then go back to work in a truck. You know, or transition, if possible, if successful with business and YouTube, I would have transitioned into a part-time job maybe. That was up in the air. But the general goal was to be with her through the summer, and we could go and do some nice things and have some vacations and, you know, have a good year. And she blindsided me. I wasn't expecting her to dump my ass. There wasn't a big fight that led up to it. There was really nothing going on. I mean, we were pretty busy the day before. I had a commitment to go hang out with a friend of mine. He wanted to go see a symphony, so I went with him and, you know, his kids, and we just fucking hung out and talked and had dinner, and then I went and hung out with her at the bar for another event. And, you know, that went all right. You know, another buddy of mine was at the bar, so I hung out with him. She did her thing, which is what we typically do when we go to the bar. She goes and kind of, you know, every once in a while we dance or, you know, talk or do whatever, or sit next to each other or hang out. But for the most part, she likes to go around because she knows a lot of people at this bar, so do I. And we mingle and we talk to our friends there, and that's typically how that night goes. That's exactly how that night went. I was having a good time. I didn't drink. I drank water, and that was what we did. And then she was drunk, so I drove her home, and then she told me that she'd been planning to break up with me for 2 weeks and was going to do it the next day, but we had started a conversation. You know, she got in this mood where she didn't, you know, she just was in a bad fucking mood, and then she hit me with that. So I decided minimalism and downsizing is a goal for me. I am going to simplify my life. I'm going to get rid of all the excess bullshit in my life. So as of Sunday, it took me a few days to decide to do this, and I've spent the past couple days researching deeper into how to go about this. And, you know, so I'll be doing videos on this topic in the future. If you're not interested, just don't watch them. It's no biggie. But I still want to document this because I think it's an important paradigm shift in my life. It's an important transition that I know not everybody is willing to make, but I want to be able to talk about if I become happier doing this, if it's already, I can tell you from what I've done so far, that I'm feeling less stressed. I'm feeling less pressure. Like, you know, when my boss sends me out on a deep run where I know I'm not going to be home, I don't give a shit. You know, it doesn't bother me. I can take my time. I'm not fucking pounding the fucking pavement trying to get to and from home now because I'm home. So there's that aspect of it. And there's going to be pros and cons to this. But I'm thinking the pros are going to outweigh the cons. I'm kind of, after doing this a little bit, I think it's working for me. Here is kind of my steps and goals for the coming couple years. You know, maybe even 3 or 4 years. Let's face it, it's going to take a while to do these goals. So I'm going to downsize. My goal for downsizing is get rid of everything that I can't bring out here, except I have a thing full of picture albums. I'm eventually going to get rid of that too. I need to have, do a lot of scanning. I want to digitize all of the pictures, and then I'll get rid of them. So I'm not storing them. I have them and probably a backup, and I'm probably going to throw them on a cloud somewhere. So I'm going to do that. So if I can't carry it on this truck comfortably, it's going. It might take a little while. I've budgeted out a month or two to gradually do this. This isn't going to be a slash and burn job. It's kind of, I'm thinking it out, and I've already begun the process, and anytime I have some spare time and I'm back in Syracuse, I chip away at this because I got a lot of shit. So I'm trying to get rid of a lot of shit. So I'm doing things like, so far all I've done is I've gone to, I keep some stuff in storage in my mother's attic, and I've gone to do that, to go to that area to see what I have sitting there. So I've already started slashing and burning there, and basically I've been carting out all kinds of shit. I'm like, I haven't fucking used this in decades. So I got rid of anything that wasn't very sentimental. I'm gonna go back because I've reevaluated some things about sentimentality and stuff, and how much, but we'll get into that. That's a whole video topic of its own. So I went in and I slashed and burned. I got rid of a lot of old shit that I personally really even haven't seen or dealt with in years, and I felt fine about it. There was a few items that triggered emotions from past relationships that I got a little misty-eyed and shit. Okay, I cried like a bitch a few times. What the fuck do you want from me? Anyways, I got rid of a lot of shit there. Then today I was, back in Syracuse, so I decided between last night and this morning today, I started to go to work on my clothes, of which I probably donated to the Salvation Army around anywhere between $900 and $1,000 worth of clothing that I probably only wore about half of. So my goal with clothing was I had to be able to fit it in one suitcase, with the exception of dress-up clothes. I'm keeping those stored because as a photographer, I sometimes have to dress up and do weddings, and I'm not going to carry goddamn suits and shit out here if I don't have to. So they're going to be stored as well, and I'll bring them to the cleaners and press them whenever I have a gig that requires that. But for the most part, those are few and far between at the moment, so I'm not super worried. But I do have some dress clothes that aren't going to be out here with me. So I wanted 10 days worth of underwear and socks and 7 days worth of jeans, pants, shorts, and shirts. And all of which fits about the size of a suitcase. So my goal is to have 3 suitcases in this motherfucker. And of course my backpack for my laptop and, a few odds and ends that spread out within the truck that could probably be easily garbage bagged if I had to move. So I'm going to have 3 suitcases. One's going to be my fucking clothes and toiletries and just general taking care of myself shit. Brushes, fucking nail clippers, that shit. Then I'm going to have a second suitcase, which is just my video and photography gear. which I need to make videos for you guys. I needed to be able to take pictures at the various places I go and to keep, up to speed with my fucking photography. So I'm gonna have that, and maybe my backpack with my stands if I need it. I can store that if I need to, but basically I'm trying to keep my camera gear down to one large suitcase. And the third suitcase is gonna be miscellaneous stuff that I'm doing. Like if I start droning, I'll have a drone. Probably a very small drone with me, which I do want to get back into droning. I even got a drone that I want to get, the Mavic Pro, which is about the size of a backpack, so shouldn't be an issue there. But only if I have time to be able to do that, which I don't know yet. So the third is going to be miscellaneous things. I do have a computer monitor that's a 1080p monitor that's a pretty big size, would be nice in here to watch movies, and it's calibrated so I can edit pictures on it and video and whatnot, and a nice big screen. So I'm going to bring that probably in that suitcase as well. Other than that, I really don't have a whole lot of shit to put in suitcase number 3 yet, but there's room for whatever interest I have that I want to do in my spare time that can easily be transported with me out here on the road. That's my thing. Pretty much what I can fit in the truck in those 3 suitcases, and the hiking backpack with my stands if I need it. I might not ever really need that out here, so I'll probably store that. And I still have some camping gear. That camping gear is already in storage, so it will just stay there, because I do plan on camping still before I reach my goal. So that's how I plan on downsizing, and I'm already in the process of doing it. I'm making myself more comfortable on the truck, making sure I can sustainably stay here both when I'm on the road and when I'm parked in Syracuse. I'm not going to rent a place. I'm going to live in this truck. That is my tiny house for now. Or RV, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is a sustainable life. I already have done it before. I know the ins and outs of it. I have all the amenities I need. I can stop for showers. I can do laundry. I can do all of these things. I have high-speed internet. Might have to drop off my laptop somewhere where there's internet at a friend's house or my mother's house or something, so that I can upload videos. I'm gonna do some experimentation with while I'm transitioning to uploading videos. Overall, I have everything I need out here on the road. I have a very kick-ass data plan, so it's really just simplifying my life. And I hope that by doing that, I save myself a shit ton of money, because this is very sustainable. I mean, I don't even need to drive anywhere unless I'm going somewhere. If I need groceries or some food, I can stop with the truck at a store and get those items. So to leave a lot of room for me to do other things, whereas otherwise I would be at the house doing house things or hanging out with my girlfriend. A lot of my time was spent hanging out with her. A lot of my free time. That's one of the reasons I felt so crushed for time, but it was good. I wanted that. I wanted to be able to spend time with her, and I would not do things like this video or playing, every once in a while when she was busy doing something, I would do something, but whenever she wasn't busy, I was doing something with her. That's gone now. So I just had a whole bunch of free time open up, and I'm not going to necessarily spend it working on, channel or the photography unless I'm in the mood for it. I'm going to try and take that time to fucking relax, because I can do this out here. I can do photography out here. Or I can go places and do a shoot and edit out here. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, this is what I need to do to get my shit straight. So that is part 1 of Project Unfuck Yourself. The next step I'm going to do is decide whether or not, because I'm going to transition to where I have a place to go that's not the truck, so that I'm not stuck working in trucking for the rest of my life. You know, I've been doing it a long time. It's been, 13 years, 13 and a half years, something like that. I've been driving a truck. I'm not going to want to do this forever, all right? I want to reduce my reliance on trucking for survival. So there's a couple things I'm looking into. There's really a couple options here. One is I'm researching RV living and boondocking in particular. Boondocking is when you take an RV and you don't have any hookups. You just kind of go out in the middle of fucking nowhere, park your RV, or in a Walmart parking lot, or on a city street, or, you know, wherever hell you want to stop, which is basically just like what I'm doing here. This is boondocking. I don't have any fucking hookups. I have to run off batteries for electricity or recharge them by running the truck. I would obviously want an RV that had a generator so that I could do that. But really, it's more about probably trying to charge shit while I'm driving places and doing things. You know, eventually I'd like to get into the solar thing, but, you know, not a priority. I pretty much boondock for a living. So the idea of having a bigger box to boondock in, or to RV in and go and travel and go to nice camping areas and camp. You know, it's not like roughing it, but still, if I could just drive my fucking house to the middle of the fucking woods and hang out and, you know, have a fire and, you know, hike and do all of that shit and be comfortable, and why the hell not? Sounds like a good thing for an old fuck to do. So, and I'm getting old, and pretty soon I'll be an old fuck, and sounds like a good retirement plan to me. I mean, if you get really good at boondocking, you don't have to worry about owning land. You can park that motherfucker all over the place. And you got to pay for gas and maintenance and that kind of stuff. But if you look at the grand scheme of that versus owning a house and paying taxes and maintenance on a house versus renting a place or being shipped off somewhere, that seems like a pretty good retirement plan. To be able to sustain myself without relying on anybody except myself, and to have something that I own that I can survive in. That's the goal. So I want to get an RV, or a tiny house. I'm torn between the two because they're both financially the same price, just a slightly different style of living with each one. I'm leaning more towards RV because I want to travel a lot, and I don't know that towing around a tiny house is something that I'm interested in. You know, seems to be more of a pain in the ass, whereas RVs are more made for that kind of thing. Plus there's an entire infrastructure dedicated to RVs, whereas the tiny houses, you got zoning and all kinds of bullshit where you might get fucked with. But that, you know, it's doable with a tiny house, but RV, I don't need a pretty wooden house, okay? I'm used to living in a plastic piece of shit with a bed in it. So I'm pretty sure that an RV would be like a fucking mansion to me. So I'm leaning towards RVs. I'm still researching, could change. But while I'm living in this fucking thing, I'm going to be saving some money. And I'll hopefully save up enough money to buy a decent, I'm probably not brand new, I don't think, maybe a couple years old RV. I don't want to get too old because then you run into RV maintenance problems. But that's my goal. So I want to do that. I eventually want to purchase some land to put the motherfucker on, to park on a more semi-permanent basis. And plus it's nice to have a chunk of land to kind of hang your hat on. Do what the fuck you want on it. That's what I look at it, And I'm not looking to have a chunk of land directly in the city. A county over is fine with me. Whatever's cheaper. That's my game plan. That's Project Unfuck Yourself. I'm getting rid of all the extra goddamn bullshit in my life, and I think I'm going to have a whole lot less stress. I'm going to have a whole lot more money to spend, you know, doing things and going places and hanging out with friends and going to dinner and, you know, and just enjoying life in a way that isn't possible when you're tied down with a ton of shit, when you can't travel because you're fucking gotta be home to your house to do all your house shit, or you got pets and, you know, all that. No, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I am a free agent. I'm stuck in this fucking truck at the moment because it's right now my lifeline, and while I'm here, I'm going to build myself another lifeline so that if this ever falls apart, and it can, I have a place to go that I know I'll be all right. So that is Project Unfuck Yourself. So keep an eye for more videos on that particular topic. It's time for the week 4 ketogenic update. I am happy to say I feel great. You know, I haven't had any energy dips. I've been taking magnesium salt baths, so I haven't had any cramps. Been shitting all right. Been feeling fine. Energy levels are great. I get hungry pretty much once, sometimes twice a day if I didn't eat enough the day before. This particular situation has fucked me up a little. I did fast a little more, but I don't know how much that's going to influence the outcome because I'll probably end up making up for it when I eat. Overall, I've been making slow and steady progress here. So let me give you my numbers for the week. I weighed in at 202.8 pounds for my 4th week and measured at 39 inches around the belly. So not making a whole lot of headway on the fucking belly fat for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's incurable. I'm losing weight. Where's it going from? It looks like my face is a little skinnier. My arms are probably a little skinnier. My legs and whatnot. My feet have no body fat on them whatsoever. So I'm making definite progress on my diet. I got all fucked up by this whole life change. So we skipped a week. You're getting this video, you know, my videos were a week behind, so the week I'm skipping it, you're really not skipping a beat video wise. It's jumping. If I get this out soon enough, this will be week 4. I didn't put out a week 3 video for that because I'm kind of got other things on my mind right now besides focusing on lecturing about fasting and keto, which, don't worry, I'm still going to do. I'm still going to put out a video on our hormones and how those all factor together on weight loss. So look forward to slightly more videos depending on how I can upload these fucking things. Look forward to both my weight loss and health journey that we've already been on together on this channel, and look forward to my journey for a better, simpler life, you know. And I will continue to vlog on that subject for Project Unfuck Yourself. And for everybody that's gonna watch this video that might be researching minimalism and, you know, that kind of shit, and living on the road and trucking, obviously, because, you know, that's part of it. Settle the fuck down, I swear, okay? It's part of my way of expressing myself. If you can't handle it, there's plenty of other YouTubers who are boring as fuck and not really entertaining, in my opinion, that will give you good information, all right? I try and blend good information with a little bit of personality, and my personality is like somebody with Tourette's or something. I don't know. I swear a lot. It's what I do. It's part of my frustration for being out here all the time. So just like with everything else I talk about, I'm not a fucking expert. I will share knowledge as I get it. I'm just a goddamn asshole who is trying to straighten out my disastrous life and really come to the realization that I need to take care of myself and my needs and my desires and quit trying to change myself to fit the mold of a relationship or a lifestyle that really is killing our country. It really is, I think, this consumerist, debt-driven, I gotta have the biggest, baddest fucking thing and I gotta put a bunch of shit in it. I'm really starting to get on board with downsizing and getting down to a little bit more basics. Now, I'm still gonna, I'm not want to be one of them minimalists that doesn't, wash their ass once a week or is trying to save the fucking planet. I don't give a shit about any of that. This is about me. It's not about the planet. It's not about being green. It's not about stopping global warming. I don't give a shit about any of that. Sorry. If that upsets some of you, I apologize. It's not my job, okay? There are plenty of big companies and the government. It's their job to fix the planet. It's their job to stop polluting. Little fucks like me, we don't get a say, all right? Nothing I'm saying or doing is gonna move the needle for the planet. So, till the big dogs get on board, I'm gonna keep doing what the fuck I do. So yeah, I almost got a little political there. I try not to. I really don't like politics anymore. I mean, it's just gotten annoying, so I don't like talking about it. But remember, I'm not an expert. I'm just a fucking asshole. Like and subscribe for more videos. Comment below. Tell me what you think about my decision to throw out the majority of my shit, or donate, or give away, or sell. And I will document what I do. So far, it's just been my clothes and some shit that I haven't fucked with in years. But it's gonna grow. I'm gonna, continue to take pictures as I do this process and, exercise that little photography thing I do and document life out here. Once I settle into this bitch and I'm done downsizing, I will give you guys a tour and show you what I will be living with for the next couple of years while I save up money to get an RV and maybe a piece of land somewhere. So, which will take a while. Shit ain't cheap. Have a nice fucking day or something. Can't believe she just fucking dropped me like that. Just nobody hangs in there anymore. First time somebody gets a little pissy. Fuck it, next. Fuck it, next. That's the hamster wheel of relationships, and I'm fucking done with it. Fucking done with it. Fed up. Tired. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. If anybody ever decides they want to try and be in a relationship with me in the future, they're going to have to do what the fuck I'm doing. And if they don't like it, fuck off. That's it. I'm done. Done with relationships. Done. I'm too old for this shit. I'm not going to keep going back to the goddamn meat market. All right? It's not my thing. Have a nice fucking day again or something.